My friends, Monday evening, as the guest of my dear friend Danny Dayan, the chairman of Yad Vashem in Jerusalem, I had the honor of attending Israel's National Holocaust Memorial Ceremony on Yom HaShoah. Participants included President Isaac Herzog, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Knesset members, the chief rabbis, and ambassadors from more than 50 countries. This year's ceremony commemorated the 80th anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. During the uprising, from April 19th until May 16th, 1943, several hundred poorly armed Jewish fighters, a small group of starving men and women, armed with meager weapons, staved off the Germans for close to a month. Thousands of Jews hid in bunkers until the Nazis ordered the ghetto burned down, building by building, with the resulting inferno ending thousands of lives. At the Yad Vashem ceremony, 6 memorial torches representing the 6 million Jews murdered in the Holocaust were lit by 6 of the 150,000 remaining survivors living in Israel. During the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising in 1943, and from Kristallnacht, November 1938, until the end of the war in 1945, where was the outcry on the part of religious leaders in the face of Germany's plan to murder every Jew in Europe? Their deafening silence, their moral laryngitis are all shameful monuments to moral indifference in the face of lurking disaster. The immortal words of Edmund Burke, the great English statesman and philosopher, all that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Have we learned anything from the tragedy of the Holocaust? Have we become more sensitive to the need to fight war, disease, hunger, bigotry, oppression, injustice? Have we raised our voices in screaming protest, or are we among the good people doing nothing? Words are holy. This is the message of our second biblical portion this Shabbat, Parshiyot Metzora. Metzora means a leper, but our sages read that one word as 2 Hebrew words, motzira, the one who speaks evil. They then proceeded to denounce the sin of slander and malicious gossip as a loathsome and moral disease, a disease to be as strenuously avoided as leprosy. And yet, in the words of the psalmist, life and death are in the power of the tongue. The lesson of the Holocaust: we are each responsible for every wrong we have the power to prevent and fail to prevent. After Hitler's defeat, Pastor Martin Niemöller, Germany's leading Protestant clergyman during the Nazi era, wrote these words which should serve as an antidote to whenever and wherever we are tempted not to use the power of our speech or the power of our tongue. And I quote, "First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out." Shabbat Shalom.